You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows like the one you're about to enjoy, visit electronicmediacollective.com. And now, our feature presentation.
The following broadcast is brought to you by Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. Marked Out Wrestling Podcast is not affiliated, nor do our opinions reflect those of WWE, NXT,
You're
TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan, or any other professional wrestling promotion.
Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows like the one you're about to enjoy, visit electronicmediacollective.com. And now, our feature presentation.
The following broadcast is brought to you by Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. Marked Out Wrestling Podcast is not affiliated, nor do our opinions reflect those of WWE, NXT, TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan, or any other professional wrestling promotion.
Transmission from Marked Out Wrestling Podcast begins in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin broadcast.
Yeah, so we're doing this whole Takedown show thing. Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. Roddy Rob here. Brian in attendance.
Hello.
The Golda. He's here. Goldust.
Hola.
Gold Dust.
Goldust.
I haven't heard that one since 4th grade.
Did we say that last
I
week?
didn't hear that since
No.
last week. Yeah. Hey, upload test. I hear what you're saying, bud. No, he said, upload test says, where is it? This is like the 8th straight show with the still screen. It seems like it's going to stay. It's not. I plan to have the cameras back working by Monday, but it's been a process, my friend.
We were actually just talking about that right before we went on. Yeah.
Brian was like, I want people to see me.
Yeah. Oh, I look very pretty today.
He lost like 35 pounds. No, you didn't.
No.
No.
Maybe.
No.
I did, but
Did you?
Well, you're not in the bet. So
I
Brian
don't
looks
care.
like most
Good
girls.
for you, though.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Rob.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about NXT, and they didn't give us a lot to talk about last night, but we're gonna make some lemonade. You know, grab them lemons and squeeze them. And before we do that, we're gonna do something that we don't usually do on this show, but we're gonna jump into. We'll do a little dirt sheets. Some dirt sheets. Because Golda has some NXT dirt sheets that he'd like to share with us. So, Golda, if you'd like to take it away, sir.
it seems that there is a new signee to the WWE Performance Center.
Okay.
Kairi Hojo. She signed a 3-year contract with WWE, and she reports to the Performance Center in April.
Kairi Hojo. Do you know anything about her at all?
Nothing whatsoever.
Well, that was fascinating. No, Kairi Hojo.
I guess it's our job to
Investigate.
yeah.
We must do that.
We should.
I'm going to look into that.
She is very pretty.
She
I did
is?
notice that, yes.
Do you have a picture? You don't have to show me now, but I mean, you can if you have it available.
I have a picture of her doing some elbow drop that looks really nasty.
Okay, well, I'll look at that after the show in private.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, let's do some of this.
Housekeeping?
No, thank you. Sleeping.
Housekeeping?
Come back in an hour.
Here are your Marked Out Wrestling housekeeping notes. Follow us on Twitter and chat with us throughout the week at SmartMark Show. Send your thoughts and opinions via our email, markedoutpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us to get a better look inside our faction on Instagram at Marked Out Wrestling. Call us during a live broadcast or leave a message for a future show on our You Record Studios fan line, 704-444-0084. Like us on Facebook to argue politics and religion at facebook.com/markedout1. That's marked out the number 1. Finally, see what is coming up throughout the week on our website, www.markedoutwrestling.com. Get connected.
Housekeeping, you want me to jerk you off?
What kind of hotel is this?
Oh, it's you.
Can you dig it, sucker?
I almost made a boo-boo there, Brian.
What's that?
I forgot to introduce the board to everybody.
Oh.
And Golda's going to be helping out as we go through the show on the board. But we got upload tests on the board. We got Juan Rodriguez is there. Daniel Price on the board. Noah is there. I see JVL to the Shadow is on the board as well. So we got some good smart marks with us live.
Good. I'm glad. It always goes better when we have a good audience like we do today.
It does. And just so you know, podcasters that listen after the fact, we love you too. Andrew Goodnight and Bruce Lyle and all you guys, we love you too. You guys are freaking awesome. You are.
Somebody has to, right?
Somebody has to, Golda. Somebody. So let's do the weekly takedown here. Talking about NXT. Topic number 1 is going to be a double tease. A double tease. I had that once in college. Double tease. Shitty night.
I didn't.
No. You didn't have a single one either, did you? Ha ha ha. Number 2, a new phase. Number 3, really, you need to leave. And number 4 is going to be a bonus category, Return of the King. After that, we'll do some Orlando shaping up, our NXT Open, and then kind of just let it flow how it flows.
1.
Topic number 1 is going to be a double tease, and this is basically going to be talking about the Act 1 of the show with Eric Young versus Dillinger, and then we had the Revival versus the Ely brothers. So we'll start with Dillinger and Ty Dillinger. So the question we've been having is this going to be a return bout for NXT Orlando, or TakeOver Orlando? And I'm still confused, and it's a good thing that I don't know whether it's going to be a solo thing, a tag thing, or a 6-man thing.
I think it's going to be a 6-man.
You think that's pretty much solidified?
Right, because they really need to showcase the other members of Sanity. You really don't see much from them.
Yeah, but Wolf. I mean, look, I'm not trying to hate on nobody, but Wolf doesn't do anything for me.
I mean, we haven't really seen that much of him lately, as far as
but how much can you change in a repackage? I mean, we saw him in the past, and he's, I don't know, maybe it's his look or his style, but he's just he reminds me of an old jobber from the 80s. Like, okay, he's in the ring, whatever. So if you're giving me No Way Jose, Roderick Strong, and Ty Dillinger, then you're gonna give me Eric Young. What's Bigum's name? What's his name?
Who?
The Bigums. Big Harry.
Damo.
Big Stanko.
Oh, Big Damo. No, they changed his name to
Dame?
what the heck did they changed it to something?
We were awesome.
They were calling him Dame last night on the show.
I'm going to call him Big Stank.
Okay, there you go.
So
we'll know.
Big Stank looks like he might be interesting, but Wolf does nothing for me. But anyway, so we're thinking 6-man tag, obviously, for TakeOver, or maybe an opening bout type of thing.
For me, I think that they could stretch it out and do Dillinger against Young. You could finally do it because we didn't see it yesterday. But the fact that they obviously with Roddy coming out and
No Way Jose,
No Way being out there too. I mean, it really does look like they're going to do a 6-man. And also on the fact that this is their WrestleMania, essentially. So they like to showcase as many people as possible, and this is the best way to do it.
Right?
Why not? They're all great wrestlers, but I don't know. Personally, I'd rather just see a straight up Dillinger against Young.
Yeah, and and we'll find out. Obviously, I mean, we could sit here and go back and forth about what's going to happen in TakeOver with this, because they've been dragging this one out, which is fine. But you know what stands out more to me within this category is you also had the Revival versus the Ely brothers, and I'll talk about the Ely brothers in a little bit. But the fact that you had not in Full Sail, and we'll get into this more later, but not in Full Sail, you're at UCF, which is a completely different beast, obviously, by the feel of the room. And you had 2 matches that never even had a bell ring. So I'm just curious if that was smart booking on NXT's part to do that kind of situation in a dead room.
I don't think so. I think you're right. I think they probably should have saved something like that for Full Sail, because you could take a dump in the ring and you'll get a good reaction from there. I mean, it's not it's not a knock on it. I mean,
they would make a chant for the dump.
Yeah, they're just very receptive, and that's a great thing for a wrestling show.
Yeah,
but when you go outside of there, and like you said, outside of the confines of Full Sail, it's a little bit tougher, and you should try to just kind of stick with the in-ring action versus doing more storyline-based stuff.
Yeah, exactly what I was saying there. I just, but you're right. Dump in the middle of the ring of Full Sail, be like, this shit's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Something's gonna happen there.
Yeah.
So then we had Revival and Ely brothers. And I got to throw this out there because I've heard through sources and I've read stuff that the Ely brothers get a lot of heat from the guys in the locker room, and not because they're I'm jealous that they're getting pushed or whatever, because they're obviously not, but that they're actually kind of like they're assholes. So because I've read that stuff, I just automatically don't like them. And I think they should go the Doom route and put some fucking masks on, because those are some ugly dudes, the Ely brothers.
Yeah, but then you're taking away the fact that they're twins.
I don't give
And they have twin magic.
Yeah, twin magic. That worked out great for the Usos.
Maybe they'll start banging Cena and Daniel Bryan.
Well, Darren Young can get great
Isn't that
again.
what twins do?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess so. Where's the money at, man? So Revival, Authors of Pain shows up, and here's Golda. What I noticed from this Authors of Pain interruption was it, like we talked about last week, they looked human.
Yeah, I mean, they came out like they were angry from the week before.
Yeah.
And just ran out. They tried to catch the Revival.
Yeah.
they're geniuses when it comes to being top heels. They just ran out the ring, ran the crowd.
Not this time. That's all I kept saying. Not this time. Not right now.
Nope.
And I do love that. I love Dash as the Ely brothers are doing their really cheesy entrance, which was not good. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to bash him completely, but that wasn't good. The camera with the Dash, and he's just tapping his wrist like, yeah, okay, come on, let's do it. And they got jumped. So that was fun. Did you take anything away from this, Brian? Because, again, this is one of those that it doesn't advance anything.
Not really. The only thing that it does, I guess, storyline-wise, is it continues the fact that throughout this entire past couple, however long, the three of these teams have kind of been intertwining. They've always had, either a run-in or, one team will kind of come in from the crowd, another will leave. So they're continuing that, which I kind of like. They're continuing, same kind of story, not storyline, but same theme.
Couldn't they have done the same thing with a promo, or backstage interview?
Right, they could have. I didn't really like it too much.
Yeah.
Because it was like more filler, it felt for me, for
the
show, as opposed to like actual something people wanted to see. It was like all filler, and I'm not down with that.
All right, so what if there was a match? What if the Ely brothers? Okay, so if they had a match, maybe a little bit, and then finally, okay, so if they brought it, in, I agree.
I mean, look, if I'm in attendance, and obviously I was watching at home, so I can go to the bathroom, go get a drink, whatever the case may be, rewind, fast forward, whatever. If I'm in attendance and you teased me with Dillinger and Young, and then 2 matches later you tease me with Revival and these new Ely brothers, I would be pissed. I mean, I'd be happy with Nakamura and Perkins, kind of, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But I would be pissed. And as a home watcher, I'm like, come on, man.
Maybe that's why the crowd seemed a little flat.
Well, yeah, you kicked them in the nuts the fucking minute it started. Like, oh, we're going to start out with this awesome fucking bout. And then you just kick him in the fucking nuts. Hey, Kiara's in the room.
Hey, Kiara.
Hey, she's saying hi to everybody. Interrupting the show, bro.
I mean, I'm out here. She had to come say hi to the greatness,
she did indeed.
right?
Hello,
That's
dear.
right.
Hello. Mwah. There you go. All right.
Rob kissed himself. Don't lie. He just kissed himself in the hand.
I did.
Noise.
That's what I do. I just kiss my hand.
Kiara's not real.
I get more action from my hand, really.
There's no camera. You can't see.
Right. Upload test. Damn it, I want to see him get a kiss. Hey, speaking of the board, Goldie, got anything funny or intelligent on the board?
Well, yes. It seems like the board is over here having a discussion on when or if Ty Dillinger will get called up to the main roster.
SmackDown after Mania.
You think so?
No, but it's my best guess.
I can't see him going to Raw. That's for shit sure.
No, nobody needs to go to Raw. Just let Raw die.
Man, I'm sorry. I'm just sitting here and all I keep thinking is all these people that you're talking about, Dillinger and Rude, and all these people that could be going up soon, Nakamura, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm not going to do the whole argument that, well, what's NXT going to have left? Because I'm not worried about that. I know that NXT will fill the ranks. I'm just looking at why. If Dillinger goes to SmackDown, what good does that do for Dillinger except for a bigger check, obviously, and some TV time? But as far as storyline goes, there's just nothing for anybody on either one of those fucking shows.
He could start wearing strange tie-dye T-shirts or whatever and start dating Carmella or something.
That would be unnecessary,
right?
and I hate you for even mentioning something like that for him.
I'm sorry.
I don't. Maybe he.
It's real though. It's a real possibility. Not so much that, but he could get stuck with some.
No, here's what happens. He goes to SmackDown. He has a rival with Dolph fucking Ziggler, and then Ziggler squashes him, and then he's next thing you know he's the manager for fucking Fandango and Febreze, whatever the fuck they're called. That's what happens to Dillinger if he goes to the fucking main roster. You know it. He's undersized. Vince doesn't want that.
Right. According to the board, everybody's having that conversation.
Yeah.
Noah actually started it. JVL Shadow said he's a trainer in NXT part-time. He'll never go to the main card.
Oh, I doubt that.
Daniel Price said that supposedly Vince was not too impressed with Dillinger, even with the pop he got at 10 at WrestleMania.
Well, look, Vince... Say what you want about Vince. I don't even know how to express the hatred or the sick feeling I have. Yeah, Vince doesn't like this person, doesn't like that person, but he likes this person. Vince is he's screwed up. His head is just all in fucking webs, cobwebs, whatever. Dillinger would be great for the main roster as far as the pop goes. I think he would get squashed. What is it you just said there that he said that I am so lost today.
It's towards the middle.
It's towards the middle.
It's okay. It's a good thing it's Friday.
It is. It's Thursday, Brian.
I know.
I don't know. Okay. So anyway, where we at now? We're going to 2. Let's do
3.
I think that was that was 2.
That was 1.
That was 1.
That was 1. Oh, yeah, that's all I had.
It was a two-parter.
It was a 2-parter. I'm just dragging ass, man. I'm telling you. I'm sorry. We designed this show to be like a morning radio show. So if you see us go off tracks, fuck it. You committed. Whatever. Act 2. Number 2. A new phase. So Ember Moon versus Billie Kay. I want to say that I enjoyed the injury storyline at the end of this match.
Yeah, because they're trying to make the finisher for Ember Moon look really, really strong. So they have Billie Kay. She gets the stunt.
Right, and you mentioned that, Golda, and then Nigel McGuinness, from what you could hear from him, says, "Oh, I either it was him or Percy." It's like, "Oh, I saw her doing that in fucking at the performance center and testing it on 2 people, and they both got stretchered out." No, they fucking didn't.
That was Nigel. I did notice that as well. That was pretty ridiculous.
That is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, they got rid of the curb stomp because it looked bad. If you're injuring people in practice, they're not going to use your fucking move.
Right.
Dumb, Nigel.
The problem I have with that is the fact that if it was a real injury, if having to do with the neck, no matter whether she said she was fine or not, the stretcher would have been coming out. Yeah. She'd been out. But no. After 1 minute of horrible wincing because she can't sell worth of shit, they say, "Oh, I'm good. I'm gonna walk out the ring now."
And I tell you, me and Adam were watching it, and she was down there looking at her neck, and Adam's like, "You think it's real?" And I said, "Nope." And he said, "Why?" I said, "Right away, I could tell it was a work." Because the fucking referee is sitting there doing his normal referee hand signals to Peyton Royce, like the little stop and go and point to the locker room, and he's looking all like bad acting, confused. And I'm like, this is a horrible sell on the injury. I just like the concept of somebody got up, shook it off, and walked out, rather than we got to get a stretcher and shit like that. I like it when they do that angle.
The weird thing about it though is that the fact, Billie and Peyton, they're both heels. So for her to kind of do an injury angle and have the crowd kind of feel
sorry for her?
Yeah, almost feel bad and almost, they
applauded her when she walked.
Yeah, that's not really something that you do for a heel. I get it that they're doing it because they want to try to reinforce the fact that her Eclipse move is, that's it, match over, game over, that's it.
Well, I mean, look, the next big rivalry for those 2 girls are each other.
Sure, and they announced it too, didn't they? No, they didn't.
Well, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant...
No, they announced Asuka and Ember Moon.
Right.
But no, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, their next big rivalries with each other. It may be a little Liv Morgan here, but they're going to fight each other probably after Mania. I think.
You think they're going to split them up that quick?
I think they're going to do something with them. And honestly, watching their little promo segment, go walk to the Performance Center, I'm laughing my ass off at them, and not because I'm not laughing at them. I'm laughing with them. I love their little gimmick. I really do.
I mean, I like it more than I like the New Day at this point.
Well,
their stuff is stale, but it's just like it's like they're doing typical like Mean Girls stuff. They're mean and they're making little snide comments, and then when somebody comes out to whoop their ass, they run away. I mean, it's perfect and it's hilarious at the same time.
Yeah. I love it.
Last night's promo, though, was pretty cool. I've never noticed it anywhere else, but you guys tell me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
No. Wrong. How she filmed it? How is first person, her basically, was she holding a camera or holding her phone?
No, she was, Billie
Peyton. When they were walking around the Performance Center, they were shooting it like they were as if, she was talking,
right.
And you could see Billie in front of her, and she, as if she was the one that was... It was her perspective.
Yeah, right.
I had never seen WWE do that before, ever. I think maybe
it's... the selfie video?
Yeah, and kind of utilize... I've never seen them shoot a promo like that before. Normally, it's kind of... it's not like the 80s stuff, but there's more realistic aspects to it, I feel like, now.
I like
especially last night.
No, I thought it was great. And I thought the... What was that line that fucking Peyton said as they were leaving out here? Let's see here. Oh, whatever, Josh, or whatever. He's like, let her train. He's like, oh, whatever, Josh. Fucking walked away. It fucking had me laughing. I don't know. We got Ember Moon versus Asuka. I think it's going to be a great match. I actually think Asuka defends, keeps it, and Ember Moon gets bumped. And I think that, but I don't like that.
I don't think so.
I mean, that's fine. I look at it this way. there is a lack of an old wooden ship on the main roster. And if you're an anchorman, you know I mean diversity. So
Right.
you've got Naomi, and you've got so you got a token on Raw, you got a token on SmackDown. You got Naomi, and you got Alicia Fox. But Alicia Fox is, she's obviously not doing much ring work, and Naomi's hurt. So you got to have some diversity on the main roster to appeal to this fan or that fan or whatever. Vince I got to get my tokens out there. So
True.
Ember Moon might get bumped up just because she has the quote-unquote look that Vince might be looking for in the moment.
Well, wait a second. Asuka, couldn't she get bumped up as well?
No, she could.
Right?
I'm
for,
more
for the same
I think
reasons?
Asuka, yeah, that's fine, but I think Asuka deserves to go for it. I'm giving an alternate fact or alternate reality to what everybody's thinking here. Like, what if it goes the other way and Ember Moon never gets this belt and moves on?
Sure.
So
I'm okay with it as long as she goes to Raw. Because I feel like Raw desperately needs another woman that it seems like she can work.
Well, yeah, no, you're right. Sasha Banks, I'm forgetting that. Okay, forget everything I just said then. Whatever. Kira spoiled when she came in here.
Horrible.
I know. I'm completely out of my game today.
Get your game face on, Rob.
You're flustered.
I am.
You're blushing.
I worked all day today. I didn't get my afternoon nap in. I'm just, I'm here. All right. Let's move on to
3.
number 3 is going to be our really, you need to leave. Really, you need to leave. And this is a two-parter. This is a play on words for both participants. We saw Ho Ho Loon, which in the CWC, Brian was like touching himself all over for Ho Ho Loon at one point.
No, I fucking was
Oh
not.
my God, you were. Because me and Adam were giving you shit like he was horrible, and you were like, no, dude, sir, you got to check him out. He was so awesome.
No, I was saying that about Tozawa, and you guys were very unimpressed with him.
Well, no, then you must have fucked up because you said Ho Ho Loon at first.
No, dude,
Okay.
I didn't even know who Ho Ho Loon was before he got in the tournament.
All
So
right.
fuck
Did
off.
anybody?
Right, exactly.
No.
Apparently WWE did.
Vince
did.
God damn it. Oh, give me a
No, it
little.
wasn't Vince. You mean Triple H
Hey,
knew or
that's
some
right,
of his
yeah.
people.
Hey, let's get that little kid from Indiana Jones movies come here and rub it or something. So that was funny. Fuck you guys. Okay. So, but Cien Almas, man, I don't see any rivalries on the horizon for him in NXT. He's got the look. He's got the ring experience. They need that character on the main roster. He needs to go. Cien needs to get bumped up after Mania.
I wonder where he would be better. Which show?
Oh, SmackDown.
You think
Absolutely
so?
SmackDown.
I feel like that's just kind of the knee-jerk reaction for
No.
anyone that gets called up.
No, I right now Bray's going to get the sympathy play from the crowd, so he might be going kind of a more facey role, I think.
Probably like more tweener. Like
Like a tweener.
That kind of leans more towards face than heel.
Right, like the character aside, the crowd is going to give him some love.
I mean, they have been basically since he debuted.
Right.
So
Yeah.
maybe they're finally listening.
And Randy is Randy. He's unless he's playing a heel, he's a tweener as well. AJ, I think, is gonna either jump to a face or he's gonna go to Raw and join the club and stay as a heel. I think SmackDown needs a awesome heel to come in there and really shake it up, and I think Cien has the personality to do it.
Only problem is he doesn't speak English.
Exactly. Awesome.
Well, then they use that for his gimmick.
Yeah, you know what?
But will they? Because remember, Vince is going to be in charge of them, whereas he's not in charge of them now.
Unless Golda, unless he becomes a Heyman guy.
I mean, I would love it. Anything with more Paul Heyman, dude, I'm all about it.
Really, he can't. That's his. I thought he can speak a little bit of English. No.
I mean, even if it's
A
a little
little
bit,
bit.
it's not enough. It's not enough.
Dana Price at Brian, because anyone who goes to Raw is inevitably going to be Reigns food. Right.
That's very true.
Yeah.
That is very fucking true.
So far, Rob has said, JVL Shadow, so far Rob has said Ty, Ember, Asuka, Almas, Rude, and Shinsuke need to go up. And am I missing anyone?
Bring them all up, goddammit.
I guess I guess maybe I have it a little main roster happy. I don't know.
Well, I mean, and then that shows that they're lacking something, and obviously NXT has a surplus of something. So yeah, it makes fucking sense.
You're right. Hey, honey, my beer's only a quarter full. Can I have a quarter of yours to fill it up at least half, kind of thing? That's a bad example, but
that was great.
Yeah,
no,
it was
terrible.
absolutely
I have no idea
awful.
what you're saying.
Yeah, you know what? And I think it also plays to the unpredictability of NXT.
I mean, if anybody goes up, I think even though he just won the title, I mean, Bobby Roode, I mean, he does not need to be in NXT any longer.
Fuck it, we'll do it now then since you brought it up. Here is what I thought today, or last night watching this and then today when I watched it again. Bobby Roode, and I really hate this. Bobby Roode loses a Cassius Ohno on no, that would be horrible.
Next week.
Well, here's my initial thought, and right now I'm stepping back. My initial thought was Bobby Roode loses to Cassius Ohno next week, and then Cassius Ohno fights Nakamura at TakeOver, which I think would be horrible because they want Bobby Roode to headline it. So I take that back. But the thought process there was that Bobby shows up at Mania joining the Hunter Hearst Helmsley Triple H faction, and he's like, I didn't need that little belt. I'm on the bigger and better things kind of thing. Like dismissive of that belt. I didn't need it. I didn't need TakeOver. I'm at WrestleMania was kind of the thought I was having. But now that I think about it, no, that would be a huge mistake to not have him headlining TakeOver.
Yeah, I agree. And then also, what's this conspiracy theory about this here faction that you think is going to form?
I'm telling you, we've been talking about it for.
I know we've been talking about it. You mean you've been talking about it?
Well, I'm just telling you, it's Triple H, it's Joe. Obviously, after Monday night, KO and Joe they're bosom buddies now, right?
Yeah.
They're doing the thing together, and both of them are answering to the King of Kings. So a 3-person faction or a 2-person and a kind of a J.J. Dillon role, which would be Triple H.
Right.
That you need at least 4. You need 4 to make it a really strong faction. Hunter is synonymous with factions, right?
Yes.
How many factions has he been in? More than probably any fucking buddy. And his factions usually run 4 deep. So if that's the formula, who's the next person to step into that to complete the faction? Fucking 40 years old. They can't use him on NXT forever. He's made for the big stage. Bobby Roode.
I would love to see it happen. I know all these guys all have affiliations with Triple H. I just don't know if they're actually going to come out and, kind of like Evolution or even DX, like come out as a group. And I'd fucking love to see it, like I said, but I don't know. I don't know if they're actually going to pull the trigger on something like that.
I don't know. I'm thinking surprise appearance at Mania or Monday night after Mania. Bobby Roode.
All right.
Shinsuke gets the belt back.
What I was thinking was maybe he loses at TakeOver, drops to Nakamura probably, unless they make it a 3-way with Cassius Ohno.
Oh God, no.
Which I hope not, because they need just one-on-one, just a really good match.
Yeah.
But maybe he drops the belt to Nakamura there, and then just goes Monday WrestleMania night, shows up, or the Raw after.
Yeah, I just have him pop in. I mean, it'd be great, even if he shows up at Mania and just like ambushes Seth Rollins when he's calling out Hunter or whatever he's gonna be fucking doing there.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. On the board, let's look here. I see Nakamura, Asuka, and Revival going to the main roster. Nakamura, Asuka, and Revival. Revival, yes.
They're way overdue. I think,
yes.
And especially for the division that they're in. I mean, you could throw them on either show and have them, have them wrestle towards the top of the card.
Right. Asuka's not. She's not going after Mania. No, it's zero chance. I'm sorry, zero chance. She's if she loses the belt to Ember Moon, she has an opportunity for a rematch. So obviously that feud will continue. So Asuka's not going anywhere. Nakamura, Hunter said he doesn't think he's ready yet, and I honestly don't think there's anything for him right now just yet, unless there is a babyface faction to oppose Triple H's faction, consisting of Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, Nakamura. Insert name here.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Now you're just getting crazy.
I'm trying to.
That might be the best faction of workers. Just with 3, they could put James Ellsworth as the 4th, and that's still going to be the best 3 workers probably in the company.
I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to tell you right now. There is so much awesome talent right now on NXT that after Mania, when they do their whole house cleaning and all their fucking call-ups and everything, they could take right now what has been a stale ratings product, for, Raw and SmackDown. Both of them have been stale.
Yeah.
They could bump up their ratings immediately, snap of a finger, if they called some of these heavy talents up. I'm telling you, the minute the word gets out that Bobby Roode's on fucking the main roster, Nakamura is on the main roster, Finn is healthy, Seth is healthy, go down the fucking list, Asuka eventually, blah, 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 blah. Now you have people who are going to be tuning in to see what's going on. And here's where you shoot yourself in the foot, WWE. Either you continue the way NXT has been doing with these new people, or you bring them up, everybody gets excited, and then they watch it one show and they realize, oh, you're just going to squash them like you've done everybody else. Fucking, and then the ratings go back down. Just
at least they'll have good ratings for that one show.
Maybe. Noah's, let's see here. Daniel Price says Balor, Rude, Joe, and Steen will be in the faction. They will try to get Aries to join, but he sides with Rollins. Ooh, that's out there, Daniel Price. But you're an intelligent dude, man. I'm just saying. The formula is a tag team and 2 singles, says JVL. Exactly right. Tag team and 2 singles for a faction.
Yeah, I don't hate the idea. I just don't see them. I don't know. I don't see them making it a whole big to do like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
what?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, Rob. You know?
JVL says add Ty as the 4th in the friendly faction.
There you go.
I don't know if he's ready for that's main event. That's main event type shit right there. Well, DX had some mid carders. You could do that.
Everybody's got a role.
Everybody's got a place, and you need to learn yours, Brian. You need to learn your fucking place.
Know your role.
Know your role.
Shut your damn mouth.
Shut your mouth. All right, here we go. Let's do our anything else on the really you need to lead? No, we're already past that. All right, bonus Return of the King. So Nakamura and T.J. Perkins. It was a good match.
It was a good match. I was just kind of confused as to, they've kind of been blurring the lines between the cruiserweights and NXT.
Well, that's because 205 Live's on the chopping block.
I know. It just feels weird. I feel like they should be separate. I don't think they should be I don't think the cruiserweights should have anything to do with
anything at all.
NXT. Nah, I mean.
NXT.
Yeah, because they're they're completely separate. NXT is kind of I guess it's their it's their feeding system. I get it, but the cruiserweights I don't know. It's their own thing. It's their own brand. And
yeah, you never had Mark McGuire go down to the minor leagues to play a couple games here and there.
Right. Exactly.
Right. Well, I think more the reason they do that is to make sure that the cruiserweights are getting some time on camera. So people don't forget about them. I mean, they're paying them all this money already, whether they work that much or not. I mean, get your money's worth out of them.
No, they're doing
Send them
house
down
shows.
there. Work with some kids. Work with the young ones.
Yeah, look, I'm not opposed to them going down. The people from the main roster going down to NXT for a match here and there. I'm not opposed to that. I think it's just fine. But to Brian's point, though, if it's going to continue to be cruiserweight after cruiserweight after cruiserweight, they do lose a bit of legitimacy, don't they?
And excuse me, the fact that I feel like anytime they've done this before, it's usually the cruiserweight. No, how does it? No. Well, how did they do it last night? Well, obviously Nakamura won, but
Yes.
usually the cruiserweights, I'd say, are usually job to the NXT wrestlers, or is it the other way around? Having an outer body experience right now.
It's both ways.
It's both ways.
It's both ways. It depends on who it is.
Yeah. Here's the thing, and I thought about this the other night. So we know 205's on the chopping block because the attendance after the live attendance goes down after everybody leaves, right? Except for a few people to watch. And then old pay-per-views are getting better ratings on the network than 205 Live is. But that could all change now because of one person, Austin Aries.
I think we say Ho Ho Loon.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, everybody wants to see Ho Ho Loon say, Dr. Jones, get to the plane. But no, I think Austin Aries could revive that show single-handedly. So
I mean, his that little what was it? The interview that turned sour with Neville.
Yeah,
that was
great.
amazing. I mean, pretty much everybody saw it coming, but it was great the way he interviewed him. You could see the interviewer escalating more
Right.
and more. You could see Aries smiling with his little half-cocked smile, like he knows some shit's about to happen.
Can I tell you something? And I don't want to get too much into it, but when Aries took his glasses off and that camera guy got right in his face and did the close-up, God, I melted in his fucking eyes. Those fucking baby blues, man.
Yeah.
Fucking shy. I was like, whoa. I haven't felt this way since I saw Prince.
Wow.
It's great.
I learned something new about you.
I know.
Huh?
I know. Cares not in the room. Okay. So anyway, I was just upset. I thought we were going to see Finn last night. That's all the rumors were we were going to see Finn, and there was no Finn.
Yeah, that was weird. Well, like I said, I think it was just something that they
A live
did.
show thing.
Yeah, they just kind of did that for the crowd.
Well,
No.
next week, that's a UCF show, too.
Oh, so maybe
It's 2 weeks in a row.
maybe it's next week.
Because Ono versus Rude was taped in UCF.
Okay.
So next week's show,
Oh, so those results are already out, so we would know if Ono had won that match.
yes, people
Yeah.
would already be complaining.
Okay. All right. So fuck it then. All right. That's all the takedown. Let's move on. Orlando's shaping up. Just real quick run through this. So we know. Here's what we know. We know Asuka and Ember Moon. Going to be a great match.
Great match.
Yes.
Yeah. We know Rude or whoever the champion is and Nakamura, which will probably be Rude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to be a great match. We assume 6-man tag match. We assume triple threat for the tag team.
Yep.
Anything else?
I didn't see any other rivalries really, unless they have.
We're talking about a 5-match pay-per-view here.
Well, it's only a 2-hour one too.
Right, that's true. Okay.
Yeah, 5 matches sounds.
4 or 5 matches. I mean,
that's pretty much the card right there. I mean, I feel like they've done shows with 5 matches before.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they have. I mean, even WrestleManias have been 5 matches in the past. I guess that's fine. I guess that's all you really need then.
Yeah.
Give them.
So that seems like it's pretty much it, unless they throw together one other thing. But
all right.
I mean, they might bring out Liv Morgan versus either Billie Kay or
pre-show match or something like that. Yeah.
Versus Peyton Royce.
One
of them two.
Maybe do that and plant the seeds of Billy and Peyton having a little, dysfunction.
Yeah, I can see that happening and then them still coming back together at the end.
I think maybe what's going to happen is going to be a porn tape of Billy and Peyton. We're going to move on. Okay, we'll move on. I had a thought.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm going to move on. You look irritated, Brian.
Me?
Hey,
I'm not irritated.
So here's the deal. We want to talk about this at length. Nigel, Percy, and Tom Fuck-Your-Face Phillips are horrible.
Yeah.
Since Corey Graves has left, NXT has no personality.
Right. I thought last night Nigel was better than his first NXT show, but not by much.
Right.
And Percy, he just needs to go somewhere else.
He's horrible.
He's the third person, but really need to head up.
You say you text Brian at fucking midnight like this guy is garbage.
Like I was in my recliner, half asleep, woke up, went across the room just to get my phone to tell at least one person how fucking horrible Percy is. Horrible.
Let me tell you. Look back in history of announced teams, right? The good ones, and number one, they complement each other, right?
Yes.
You need that. You need sanity and you need some craziness. But look at the old ones. You had it's a Vince and Jesse and Ventura.
Yes.
Jesse was loud. Oh, God damn it, Vince. And Vince said, oh, you're okay. Well, he's doing an arm bar right now. Kind of shit like that. Compliment. Good team. Macho was loud and aggressive. Vince, fucking arm bar again. My lockbox. It was fine. Good combo. Fucking JR and fucking King. JR, oh goddamn, oh hell no! He was loud, he was boisterous, he was engaging, he was passionate. Projection is passion. And then Corey Graves was a heel. He was a good, honest heel with funny comments. He was loud and he was nasty. And Nigel is British, and my dad's British, so I understand this. So he's dry and he's calm. He might be witty, but he's dry and he's calm. And Percy is non-existent. And Tom Fuck-Your-Face Phillips is the lamest sumbitch I've ever seen in my life on TV.
Yeah. Tom Phillips, he's probably
Fuck your face.
Fuck your face. He doesn't. None of the guys really have any kind of personality. They're all just kind of there. Tom just kind of, he's obviously just kind of spewing the stuff from whoever's in his ear.
Right.
Percy is just kind of reacting, and I've never seen it before on any WWE programming where an announcer actually on the air is reacting. You can hear him go, his oohing and eyeing to moves.
Right.
I thought that was just that caught me so off guard. I was like, I've never heard that before on TV. They're not supposed to react like that. They're supposed to add to the match or whatever, but we don't need to hear your
dog
reaction.
Dog shows and bowling shows have more exciting commentators than what NXT has right now. Dog shows.
You can make the argument.
Yeah. Oh, and the collie just jumped to the hole and he didn't catch fire. Isn't that wonderful, boys and girls? He just bowled a gutter ball. Just make a shitty situation into something exciting. In my job, my regular day job, I entertain people on a microphone throughout the week. And one of the when I train people, I tell them this. I say, they are going to be as happy as you are. They're going to be as excited as you are. You are going to whatever you do, they're going to follow suit because people are lemurs. They're going to jump off the cliff if you do it with enough personality. If you're pissed, they're going to be pissed. If you're lame, they're going to be lame. And right now, watching that show, I was fucking dull the whole time. Maybe that kind of is why we're kind of dull about reacting to it, because that announce team gave me zero personality.
Daniel Price says that McGuinness is out of his element everywhere except for Ring of Honor.
And I heard he was good there.
Yes.
And he just has a weird not a weird, but a different tone. It's a much higher pitch, and it's hard to hear him.
Yeah.
Even I don't know, like because you even said you thought it was they were having audio issues.
Right. I thought it was too low.
Yeah, and I've always thought that since we saw Nigel come, especially for Nigel, where it's hard to hear his voice over the ring action, and
it really is. And we talked about how you at UCF versus Full Sail.
Yes.
About how we had so many dead air moments last night where you could hear one guy in the back of the room scream "Nakamura," something like that. Well, you know what? Dead air during a television show, announcers, that's your job.
Yeah.
That's your job. If I want to, I can go on YouTube and watch indie shows with no commentating, but I'm watching your show. You are part of the product. I need to hear you, so I'm not hearing jackass in the back go, "I want a hot dog."
Right.
You know?
Yeah, the same thing happened one of the times Brock Lesnar came back when he German suplexed all the announcers, and Byron had to come out by himself and do it. And he did such a bad job that they ran the King out there to try to save it because it was so bad.
I remember that. Look, it's everything that they do. And I remember one time I bitched about Seth because he was bitching that you shouldn't make fun of the red belt, the Universal title, because it's not about what the belt looks like or what it's called. It's about the people that wear it and what they do. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's about wrestling is about the pageantry. It's about the outfits. If you think that way, then wear black trunks and that's it. Don't change your outfits ever. Don't come out to music. Don't do anything like that if you think that doesn't matter, because it does matter. And if you're going to tell me that the announcers don't matter, I'm going to tell you you're fucking wrong, because that is the personality of the broadcast. So I can watch the wrestling visually, enjoy that. I can enjoy the commentating on the side, and I also enjoy the entrances and the pageantry and the storylines. It's all a mixed bag. It's a big beef stew of everything. And when you're missing one fucking element, it's garbage.
And that's a pretty big element, like you said. I mean, that's
huge.
It really does make a big difference as to what the crowd, what our feelings are towards wrestler A and wrestler B.
Yeah, sell the move. They got to sell it in the ring, but you got to sell it to me through my ears.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And with pageantry, like you were saying, half the reason that Ric Flair was as great as he was he always had the robes that were just shining and shimmering,
right?
And the music
and the girls.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons why he got over so much and is so beloved, is because for back then he gave them a show.
Yeah.
Now they have pyro and all this to make Ho 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 look like he's just an all-star, but but back then they didn't have that luxury, and his entrance felt like. Like it was legit. Like, they're putting some money into this.
Right.
You could tell, like, he was putting money into his gear, which back then people were wearing plain tights.
Oh, yeah.
Just looking just horrible. And out comes Ric Flair looking like he's got diamonds on his.
They didn't have to have their hair soaking wet when they came to the ring back in the day.
Yeah, they weren't really wet. Exactly.
Yeah, we're off topic, but it's okay. So, anyway, I guess that's kind of, anything else on the commentators?
No, I mean, we all know that after WrestleMania time, they always do their almost kind of their spring cleaning of talent.
They do.
We'll see if maybe they'll shake things up, because I'm sure, we're probably not the only ones that feel this way about their current announced team.
Yeah, I would imagine that us sitting here in our little makeshift studio are not the voices of reason here. I'm sure there's many other people, even within the headquarters, going, what the hell is that goddamn shit, Hunter? Paul? The hell is that, Paul?
Son?
Here's the phone numbers I got in my lockbox. You can call some people. Kind of, I don't know. You know what? Maybe we don't hear Percy because Tom is fucking his face. That could be what.
Yeah, Upload Test said that he thinks that Enzo is a future Hall of Fame commentator.
I thought that the other night. If you're gonna use him, because obviously in the ring he's just a botch. He's a botch factory.
Yes.
Dangerous.
It is dangerous to himself if nobody else. So yeah, put him on commentary.
I have no problem with that.
I'm curious to see if he can go beyond his stick, though.
I think so. I mean, the guy can talk.
Yeah, I've seen YouTube videos where he was just talking to people and things, and it was off the top of his head. Like, he had them coming.
Yeah. Well,
they weren't just, talk about, how he's the biggest pimp in the land. And this and that. He was, like, just off the top, just making witty comments.
I'd be completely okay with that. But, yeah, I see that. I think that they're going to start stirring the nest with him and Cass, and that's going to split up within this year. Yeah. And then they'll start transitioning him slowly to an announcer table, and maybe they'll start him in NXT. Which, it's not what he wants to be.
As Percy's replacement.
Ooh.
And they can replace both of them for all I care.
And then Tom can fuck his face.
Yeah. Yes. His own?
Highbrow show, Brian.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we shouldn't be saying that.
Fuck it.
I have to edit it out.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Anything on the board worth a shit? Everything is worth a shit, but there's just a lot of stuff on there. Has Sarah Del Rey ever announced she had good promos and she is there?
No, she's the head women's trainer, but she hasn't had any kind of on-air role in WWE.
Yeah. Oh, jumping back, because I remember I got brain farted earlier. In the topic, we were talking about Ty Dillinger.
Yeah.
And somebody on the board said that Ty is a full-time trainer in NXT, and because of that, he probably won't go to the main roster. I call bullshit on that. Not that he's a trainer, because he is. That's undisputed. But I call bullshit on that because if he is given the opportunity to go to the main roster, there is no way that being an NXT superstar and a trainer at Full Sail is going to match the money he could make as talent on the main roster.
No, there's no reason for him not to go.
Yeah.
I mean, that wouldn't keep him back.
Right.
And they have plenty of trainers.
If they like him as a trainer and he goes up and it just flops, he just goes back to be
exactly.
Right. Or he could go up. He could go up to the main roster, be an in-ring talent, and also be a producer on the backside.
Or a Rosebud.
Or a Rosebud. He could be. He could wear the bunny suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. He could also hide in Big Show's beard.
Maybe.
Or
in your gut.
Ooh.
I got you.
That was
I
good.
got you. I never get you.
That was good.
See, I never get you.
That
See?
was good.
Who's saying it? Fucking Daniel Price. I need to be more aggressive. There you go, Daniel Price.
All right. No, actually, I think it was.
It wasn't Daniel Price.
No, it was Hitman.
Oh, it was Hitman.
It was Shitman. Yeah, Shitman said it. All right. Anything for the open guys you can think of about NXT that we missed or what's coming up?
What about TakeOver?
I mean, just anything at all right now before we do our final thoughts.
No, I'm good.
I do have one thing.
Yeah.
I want to talk about.
Sure.
It's about your girl Peyton Royce.
Okay.
Ooh.
Did you see how tight her abs are? She was wearing that top where you could see. Why is she wearing gear that doesn't show off her gorgeous abs?
Because she's more than meat, Golda.
No.
That's true. Actually, no, wait. Doesn't she? I thought, doesn't she have a hole like right there in her gear?
She does.
No.
Right?
No, she does. She has a little hole right here in the gear. She does.
I'm pretty sure she does.
Maybe one of the gears, not all of them. The one that she wrestled Asuka
gear.
with. That
had a hole in it.
No, it was covered.
Swear to God, it had a hole in it against Asuka. Because I looked at it and went,
maybe that's why she has the hole there.
Just for Golda?
Yeah.
Is that Golda's glory hole?
Yes. Yes.
This is so bad.
No, this is highbrow.
Hey, it's highbrow. Hey, Peyton Royce, if you happen to listen to this, all respect to you.
If it matters, I'm raising my eyebrows as we talk.
Yes. He's got that disapprove, like, what's Golda talking about? I'm not going to interrupt him, but I'm going to disapprove quietly.
No, my brows are high.
Oh, your brows are high.
See, there we go. That's what I mean, man.
Your brows are high and your cankles are low.
Hey, don't talk to me like that. It's not very nice.
Let's see here. All right, so we're going to run around the room, do some final thoughts, and we'll get out of here. Brian, you want to start out? Final thoughts, man?
Sure. So the biggest takeaway, there wasn't really anything earth-shattering last night on NXT's episode. However, the one big thing that we actually didn't even really talk about tonight is they aired that promo package for Mr. Tommy End.
Is that who it was?
A.K.A., Aleister Black.
Okay.
Is his new NXT name. And I, for one, am super pumped that they're keeping kind of the same kind of gimmick that he used on the indies. Is kind of this, he brings in kind of religion and all this kind of wacky stuff. That
inflatable arm.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah. Oh, no, not that.
Okay.
But it's stuff that you don't typically see on WWE programming. So it's pretty interesting that they're actually kind of letting him kind of go down that road.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's really kind of the biggest thing that I took away from last night. But
okay.
Yeah.
I like it. Thank you, Brian.
Hey, thanks for that.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks. Thank you.
No, thank you, Brian.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right. Golda.
My final thoughts, honestly, it was a good show. I enjoyed it, but I wish there was more action matches. But like I said last week, Ember Moon has like no personality whatsoever.
I thought she was fine.
I mean, but did you see when after Regal told her that she was going to get the match against Asuka?
What, do you want her to jump up and down with a lollipop?
No,
Thank you, Mr. Regal.
It's the way she said, the way she talked to Regal. Like, it was just horrible acting. It was horrible. It was horrible.
I think you're being hard on the girl.
No, like the way she was doing her eyes.
Okay, well, we're going to respectfully disagree with each other on. I see where she could use some more charisma. I don't think that she's horrible. I'm not going to go to the H word yet on charisma, but
Right. I mean, her work is great. She has time to, fix the other stuff.
well, yeah.
But it's just that promo. I mean, she only had like 10 words, and I was like, oh, this is so
I'm
bad.
kind of with you.
Yeah. Okay, honestly, I was expecting more of a reaction from her when he announced it to her. It was more like she already knew it was going to happen,
Yeah, it was just a bad acting job. And I feel like if you want to be the champ and be the top, you need to be the top of everything. You shouldn't be a great two ways and then
at least she's not doing I've been dreaming of this my whole life and I'm finally going to get the opportunity.
As a little girl at 12 years old.
I mean, did anybody see Bayley doing anything other than that?
But it's not just Bayley, it's fucking everyone.
Well, it was, yeah, but Bayley took it to like 5 new levels.
Well, I know
and then she tried to rap, and that was horrible. It was poetry or whatever. It was so bad.
It was really bad.
I had a bathroom break.
It was Stone Cold. I forgot what podcast it was. It was his podcast, but what episode. But he was talking about how these guys all on the main roster now, they keep winning the belts. And we talked about this before, is they cry and they hold it Shawn Michaels style, and they're all happy because it's a childhood dream, and that's their promos. But nobody wins the belt and just grabs it off the fucking ground or from the ref's hand, hold it up high, and go, yeah, motherfuckers, that's right, I won this. You know who does that? Bobby fucking Roode does that.
He does.
Bobby fucking Roode. You know who else does that?
Who?
Asuka.
That's true. She does too.
Yeah. Hold that shit up high. My final thought, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, alcoholics of all ages, is Tom Phillips, stop fucking faces. Get off your phone on the plane. You have a girlfriend or a fiance or a wife or whatever it is you got, and behave yourself. As you're behaving yourself, put in your resignation. Get off the air. You're garbage. You're garbage.
Wow.
He is so lame.
I didn't know you had that much hate for him.
He's so lame, bro. I mean, his interviews, his commentary, there's just nothing there. I feel like if he read me a 2-paragraph poem, I'd fall asleep in the first paragraph.
I mean, he is very monotone Jones. Very. Like, there's no excitement, no passion behind it. It's just like he's just calling it out.
So what do you think about the one time that Asuka called you out? Did that upset you? Bueller.
Come the fuck on, bro.
Damn, he's Ben Stein now?
He's bad
man.
when it comes to voices.
I feel like he's just kind of like a surrogate person. Like, he just has someone just feeding him his lines for the most part, and he's just kind of the entity that's just putting it out there without any kind of feeling or emotion or...
No, I think he's Vince's failed clone of Michael Cole.
Exactly, yeah.
He'll die at 40 because his clone doesn't live that long. One of those fucking things. I don't know. Anything on the board before we cut out?
Yes, apparently, according to JVL Shadow, his final thoughts, I bring nothing to the table.
Aww.
WWE is on autopilot till Mania. I can't remember being this bored in March.
Yeah.
And I bring nothing.
Well,
don't forget that.
No, stop
That's
it.
not true.
Well, mostly our last show was great. This one, the show sucked.
Yeah, the show sucked. I mean, it didn't suck. It just wasn't anything worth a fuck.
Yeah, it wasn't exciting.
Yeah, so I get off of Gold's ass, JVL. See, final thoughts here. Noah, Daniel Bryan's kid is going to be named Birdie Joe. She is going to get abused at school. Also, the day WWE signs Brian Cage is the day I will jump for joy. Final thought for Dana Price. While NXT may be able to reload their roster, Triple H needs to stand up to Vince. His control freak tendencies and burial of NXT people on the main roster creates tension in the locker room. I couldn't agree more. I don't know. Vince is that patriarch of the family that you just can't say anything to, and until he's dead or incapacitated, it's kind of his way.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Walk in there and tell Vince fucking McMahon that this is not a good idea? No, come on.
Plenty of people have tried that in the past, and they got a pink slip.
Right. See, final thought, part 2 for Daniel Price. That was Daniel Price. Okay, Daniel Price, part 2. Via an NXT graduate interview, the locker room is tense and morale is low between the part-timers and the Super Samoan. Oh, so you're saying main roster? So you're saying main roster locker room, it's tense right now because Roman's getting over on everybody and the part-timers are winning everything and getting all the main spots.
How long has it been going on for? I mean, it's been going on for I don't even know, 10 years now, or however long they've just been bringing in guys just to kind of come in and wrestle for a month or two and then see ya.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's expected. I mean,
because you know what? Rather than Vince McMahon,
I'd be pissed too.
Well, rather than Vince McMahon retooling his product to adjust to the real quick. I know we're going to run a little late here, but I thought about this the other day because somebody was saying, Bob said that the fans are the worst part about professional wrestling because we're so smart now and we don't like the guys. We don't like this person getting pushed and that person winning a match and that person getting over, and we're so opinionated and everything. You know what? That's a very correct point. We are that way. We are critical of their movesets and their sales, and he shouldn't get a push, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But wrestling has evolved in every decade to a different creature. And for the most part, WCW, WWF in the 2000s and in the 90s, it evolved to match the fans. And yet now it is not. Now it is stuck in this stale mode where Vince thinks, fuck the fans, I'm going to keep doing what I'm going to do. And it's their fault. It's their fault that they don't like it. It's not my fault. No, you need to evolve to us. You know, this is the fan era. It is. It's a smart mark era.
I mean, it is what it is. He can sit there and complain about it, and all of this is bad for the business. But at the end of the day, we're the ones spending $30 on a T-shirt, spending at the cheapest $125 just to go to WrestleMania. I mean, we're the ones that are making you a billionaire by supporting you and your network and all this bullshit. Shut the fuck up. At least give us a little bit what we want. And just try to make us happy. At least pretend like we give some kind of a fuck to you.
I see Vince McMahon as, because he's around the same age as my dad. And my dad doesn't know anything about social media. I mean, he watches Fox News all day, and that is the limit of his exposure to anything outside of this house.
Well, I mean, even when the whole Zack Ryder thing with his YouTube show and stuff, I mean, Vince fucking hated it in the beginning, but then obviously it got over as well as it did, and then we can see how, then they had that whole tout thing that they tried to latch on to, but they're obviously always late to the party.
Though they are, and I think my point today is you're going to tell Vince, hey, Vince, the Mania card leaked somehow. Oh, well, nobody saw it. No, it's out there on social media. Everybody's seen it. No, social media is that's just a political thing or whatever. It's for fucking kitty cats and fucking shit like that. No. I had it in my lockbox the whole time. I'm just saying, the minute somebody said the card leaked, you should have went, well, fuck, we got to change everything.
Yeah, it's kind of lazy on their part.
Obviously,
they had to have known that it leaked.
Yeah. You pay writers. Write something different. I
don't know, man.
I don't know. Okay. Let's see here. Cough, Total Divas cough. I don't know what the fuck that is, Noah. All right, dude, that was great. You could hear his soul die as he got farther and farther into the song. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's going to do it for us this afternoon. I thought this was a good show, Brian.
I thought it was fun.
Good discussion.
Definitely.
NXT didn't give us much to work with, so we made lemonade. We made gold lemonade.
It could have used a little more sugar.
Well,
because I love diabetes. It's my shit.
According to JVL, you could have given us more sugar.
And I don't care.
Okay. Anything else, guys? Brian, you look angry.
No, what is it? What do they say? Make chicken soup out of lemons, or make like a tree and get the fuck out of here, or
what was that last one you just said?
Make like a tree and get the fuck out of here.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Marked Out Podcast is recorded, edited, distributed, and marketed at U Record Studios in Charlotte, North Carolina. For more information on optimizing your podcast for increased listenership, check out U Record on Facebook, Twitter, and email sales@urecordstudios.com or visit the website www.urecordstudios.com.
Yes! 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 Yes!
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.